tell us a little bit about her relationship with your father, Mel Ferrer, and what was, it seemed like, at least from the images, to be a bit of a happy marriage at the beginning, but then went
It
through.
was very much in love. It was a happy marriage. They worked together and lived together. So, as I often say, when you spend that much time together, a normal couple would clock that many hours in a 35-year marriage, whereby people in Hollywood, when they work together and collaborate and do films together, all of that, they eat up that credit much faster. So, they were together for 17 years. But he was a perfectionist. He, was a little neurotic about things, slightly rageaholic at times, sort of brooding more than rageaholic. And it weighed. I mean, he was, he's an old school, generation, self-centered male, not very psychologically minded in the sense that we are maybe can be defined that way today. So yet he loved her to death and regretted every day for the rest of his life having lost that relationship. She just felt, that she couldn't breathe, I guess, and she just needed to move on. And unfortunately, she made a sort of a knee-jerk reaction in her next relationship and ended up with the total contrary in every sense of the word, and it didn't last, but for a few years. And then the rest of it was sort of patching it up for the sake of my brother.
And what was so interesting is that she was at the height of her career, and she basically gave it all up to raise you. I mean, what a beautiful story.
It's a lovely gift, not just to give up her career to raise us and take that time, but also to grant us this non-Hollywood, not the place, not the state of mind youth. We grew up in a farmhouse without a screening room. She didn't sit us down and says, "Your mother's a movie star. I'm going to show you what it's all about." None of that. She let us discover in due time, that she was an actress. And then I went to the attic, and in those days, actors had a 60 millimeter copy of their films. There was no VHS or DVD or Blu-ray or any of that. So I stretched a sheet and an old Bell and Howell projector, and that's how I discovered her films. That wonder flickering image and that sound from the speaker, and so that's also a gift, to have normality, and it's sort of something that helps you and gives you a head start for the rest of your life.